So, we're in the grips of a pandemic. I can't say what it is because YouTube will demonetize me again, even though they just recently put out a tweet saying that they were going to extend it to all the YouTube partner programs. Yeah, after you pretty much made it a monopoly for major news outlets to just completely and utterly cash in and get front page billing on everything around the subject, and anyone who so much as talks about the C word virus, can I say that? Can I even say that? Gets completely demonetized. It's absolutely archaic. But whatever, it's typical YouTube. And much like YouTube, you expect them to do stupid stuff that completely and utterly disenfranchises and demotivates their content creators. So, when you see that GameStop decided that they weren't going to stop selling games and stuff during a lockdown, was it really surprising? Come on. It's almost like going, did you know Twitch is full of thoughts? A bunch of boring women that do nothing but sit there and wait for men that are thirsty and horny to send their donations? Oh my god, horror of horrors. What? It's like a given. You know it exists. The government's corrupt. YouTube is broken. Twitch services thoughts. GameStop screws over its employees and customers. What in the name of God are you doing? No. So 2 days ago, GameStop said due to the products we carry that enable and enhance our customers' experience in working from home, we believe GameStop is classified as an essential retailer and therefore able to remain open during this time. We have received reports of local authorities visiting stores in an attempt to enforce closure, despite our classification. Store managers are approved to provide this document linked below to law enforcement as needed. The document in question encourages police officers to call GameStop's corporate headquarters if they have a problem with this policy. I bet the managers, when giving the police this documentation, also had "help me" scrolled on the bottom of the piece of paper. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got sick with the itis, we'll call it, because YouTube is draconian. And then GameStop was like, well, since you've already got the itis, Toby, how about you quarantine yourself inside the store and let it run 24 hours a day? That's terrible. Stu, edit that out after you're done quarantining. I'm here against my will. GameStop is pretty trash, and you can't really expect them not to do this. I mean, one, apparently from what I'm understanding, GameStop is actually making money for a change, and they've been hemorrhaging money for years now. And two, let's face it, when has GameStop ever cared about their workers? Isn't that how some popular YouTube channels got started? Isn't that the catalyst that gave us, what's that guy, Prince something of gaming? I don't know, he does all these essays and shit. Didn't he start out talking about his horrible experience working at GameStop? It's like the video game equivalent of working in Auschwitz. We are working diligently during this. I wonder if they even allowed the workers to wear a mask and gloves. I mean, that's the least GameStop could do. And I bet if they worked there and they wore masks and gloves in this theoretical universe where GameStop gave just that little bit of a shit, I bet it also said after the day is done, you are to get Lysol wipes and wipe down every game box and cartridge to make sure that there's no trace of corona. I mean, hell, GameStop didn't even care when they had people who were being routinely robbed in broke neighborhoods.
It was a shitty, terrible neighborhood. And the store was just a disaster. Absolute disaster. This was a store that was robbed multiple times. First day that I open up by myself, I am robbed at gunpoint. Yes, I am. So it is 9 o'clock in the morning. The store opens at 10. I get there and there's 3 very scary looking dudes standing outside the door, looking in the window. I call the district manager and I'm like, dude, what is going on? This is not cool. Oh no, you're fine. You're just overreacting. You're fine. I opened the door. They come in. They took the $200 that were in the register and like something else and ran out. Next day, I opened by myself once again. And guess what happens? I got robbed at gunpoint again. Because they thought I was overreacting and didn't need another person with me in the store. Really cool, right? No, it's not.
Jesus Christ. We are working diligently during this unprecedented time to provide our customers and associates with the safest environment possible. Please see below for details on new changes we're enacting. What were the changes, honestly? Oh, they reduced the store hours to 12 to 8 p.m. It's not far off their normal store hours. Delivery and door service, is that really that great? It would make more sense if GameStop had like a Dropbox feature where like someone would go to the window and someone would open a slot and put the game in and close it Kind of like at some of those banks that are in bad neighborhoods. They have like the bulletproof glass that you talk to the teller through. After this news pretty much blew up, GameStop put out this. The closure will remain in effect until further notice as we obtain more information from the California governor's office. California is one of the few states in the country to have enacted a full lockdown policy and told non-essential businesses to close. GameStop is seen to only put this stop on, ironically, the California retailer. It seems like the Pennsylvania governor, Tom Wolf, took matters into his own hands. He pulls GameStop's business license, meaning it's suspended for the time being, and put this notice sign on the windows. Do not remove this sign, notice of closure. Notice is hereby given that as of this date, the operation of permit license of GameStop is immediately suspended until further notice. Ooh, that's gotta sting. Until otherwise notified, do not enter the location without proper protection attire, including an N95 respirator mask. So basically, GameStop has pushed until literally they had to have governors stop them from opening the stores. The level of dystopian is quite amazing. But then again, it's GameStop. You can't expect them to care about people. The only thing GameStop cares about is money and profits. And right now, they're desperate for those profits. This is probably the best GameStop has ever done. And I can tell you the shareholders and the CEO, George Sherman, are gonna be pissed that this is happening. So now that Pennsylvania's done it, other states will probably follow through. Well, other states are in bad shape, like New York, Jersey. I think Maine isn't doing too hot. But, you know, it is what it is. It's GameStop. I'd expect nothing less. Much like I'd expect nothing less from Susan Wachowski to absolutely have no idea what the hell's going on her platform. Sir, we have Toby on line 1. He's a manager at GameStop in California. What does Toby want? He says that the police are trying to arrest him. Did Toby give them the PR paper that told them it's okay for us to do what the hell we want? We're a big corporation? Yes, he did. Tell Toby to resist arrest, and whatever happens, don't let the store close.